If you want to be one of the greats of Kali, if you want to be proficient in the application of your tactics and techniques, then you need to possess great footwork. All skills in Kali begin from the ground up. It begins with your feet. Doesn't matter if you are a brand new day one beginner student of Filipino martial arts or you're a seasoned advanced practitioner for 20 plus years, do not neglect your footwork training. You need to train your footwork always. In my most humble opinion, here are the 5 best footwork drills that you need to be training, whether you're a beginner or a seasoned veteran in Filipino martial arts. The first of the 5 best footwork that you got to be training for Filipino martial arts is the forward triangle. You can see I have a pair of sticks on the ground and the apex of the triangle is facing forward. So it's pointing at where the opponent would be. We're going to start off at the base of the forward triangle. Either side is fine. We have 2 variations of the forward triangle. The first variation of the forward triangle is our open variation. Starting off at the base, we're going to step 1 foot into the apex of the triangle. We're going to do what's called a quick replacement step and then pull it back out, stepping to the other base of the triangle. Then we're going to repeat the same thing going on the other side. Stepping in, replace, stepping out to the base. So into the apex, out to the base. And let's go ahead and work this for reps. For the second variation of the forward triangle, we're gonna work the closed forward triangle. So we're gonna step just like we did with the open triangle. This time we're gonna add in that broken or base line, the 90 degrees, stepping across. So let's work our way around the forward triangle. Start slow, gradually pick up the speed as you're getting more coordinated. You can also lift the leg as if you have to step over obstacles in the environment. Or drag the foot if the environment is clear. Of course, make sure that you're working also in the other direction. Out of the 5 best footworks for Filipino martial arts, number 2 is the reverse triangle. Check this out. Once again, another triangle. Triangles are very common in Filipino martial arts, but this time, my pair of sticks, the triangle is upside down. So the apex of the triangle is pointing at me this time, and then it opens up facing the opponent. All right, this is good flanking footwork here. It's not evasive, it's an attacking, an offensive footwork. We're moving from the center line to the flank of our opponent. Again, the first version is the open triangle. So we're going to start off at the apex. I'm going to step 45 degrees to the left. Both of my feet are going to travel. Then, as I drop it back to the point, I have that quick replacement step. And now I can step 45 degrees to the right. And let's rep this out, working both sides, building some coordination and agility. Variation number 2 on the reverse triangle, just like the forward triangle. Let's go ahead and close this one. So stepping on that left 45, just like before, this time we're gonna add in that 90-degree line. Brings us to the other side of the base, drop it back, replacement step, and keep it going. Now, as we rep this out, we got to make sure that we also go in the other direction. Again, we can pump those legs as if we need to step over obstacles that are in the environment. This will also move into some of those empty hand skills, which will give us all of our blocks from our kicks or our destructions against the opponent's kicks as well. Also sets up momentum for our close quarter knee strikes and other kicking and striking techniques. We need coordination, we need balance, we need agility, but what we also need for our martial arts, especially in Kali, is wind. When there's no better way to get some good cardio training in and build our endurance than footwork. I have to admit, sometimes training your footwork in Kali could be a little more intense than just going for, a run, because you're constantly changing directions. But that adds to the fun. Let's take a look at the third best footwork drill, which is the M. We know we're training Kali when we got sticks piling up everywhere. I've got 4 sticks out now, and they have created the letter M. So I've got 2 forward triangles with a reverse triangle in the middle. I'm going to start off all the way here on one side. It doesn't matter which side. You can start on any side. And I'm going to just trace the footwork in a zigzag, going laterally across that forward triangle, the reverse triangle, and then that forward triangle, and then go back the other way. And let's go back and forth here, kind of working this lateral shuffling of the feet. And as you're really trying to push this footwork here, well, it is going to get that heart rate up and get that cardio up and get that wind up. You're going to build some top level endurance. Now there's a couple other little hidden drills, gem drills, that we can incorporate in the M footwork. As we're zigzagging, we can also work in the baselines. We could double shuffle it. Okay, we can go once and then up that forward triangle. So we want to start working in the baselines as well into the M. Now another thing we can do while we're working the M and adding in these base lines is we can step across, creating 180 degrees, and this allows us to flip it and work our W footwork, where now we got 2 reverse triangles and a forward triangle in the middle. And again, working the 45-degree lines and working in that little base 90-degree line at the same time. Any point, anywhere where 2 sticks meet, you can also rotate this and go back to the M. That one gets the heart going. Footwork number 4 of our best 5 is the diamond. This is where we are connecting the reverse triangle and the forward triangle together at the base. Purely offensive footwork. This one is just for attack, attack, attack. So we're moving out with the attack to the opponent's flank using that reverse triangle, and then we're attacking back into the center with the forward triangle. Now we can also train it in reverse, so that way we start training that evasion footwork as well, that countering footwork when our opponent has the upper hand and they can attack us. So we're going to work this, just working around, going to the left, get some reps in. You're gonna see how the feet come back together, right? They don't have to touch, but they have to come at least back underneath the hips, so that way you can explosively step on that new line, and you can cover as much range as you need. Maybe you just need a little bit of range. Maybe you need to really go and cover some terrain. But that's why the feet have to travel together. Make sure we also work this in the other direction as well. Working both ways, change it up. You could even stay on the reverse triangle a little bit, work it in. You can go across the broken line as well if you want to advance the diamond a little bit more. Right there, boom, boom, and now you're flying. Best footwork, number 5 out of 5. Remember, these are the 5 that you need, so there's not one that's going to overrule the others. You got to train all 5 of these. But number 5 is the hourglass. To get the hourglass shape, the pattern, we're going to connect the triangles together, that forward and reverse triangle, by the apexes. So I got 2 sticks here on the ground. That way there's not too much to trip on because they're rolling sticks. Now, you don't have to use sticks on the ground. If you've got a paved area or something, maybe the driveway, you go to a tennis court, just bring some chalk, and then you can just draw these shapes out with chalk, and then you can step directly on them. If you're training in the house, maybe you got some carpet or something, you can get some of that blue painter's masking tape, and you could lay that out or something if you want to. That way you don't always have to use sticks or what, but it is a good idea in the beginning to map out the footwork, so that way you could download the shapes, the proper steps, that precision in your body. Then, once you're pretty proficient, you can take all the sticks and tape and chalk away and just start navigating your terrain using these footwork patterns. So we're starting off at the base of the hourglass, and we're going to double shuffle moving forward. So 1, 2. Then we're going to launch across that 90 degree and then double shuffle back. 1, 2, and then launch across that 90 degrees again, and then we're back in that start position. So we're double shuffling it forward, stepping off the line, double shuffle back, and step off the line. And we're just going to work this again for reps. Another good one. And again, purely attacking here, right? I mean, Kali is, it's an aggressive martial art. That's what we do. We attack. We counter-attack and we attack. We don't really defend and block so much. We're just attacking machines. Again, make sure that you're also training the hourglass, going to the right, just in both directions. Try to get that 90 as fast as you can. Try to really explode off of that 45 to 90 degrees. Boom, bam! Look, if you want to up your game in Kali, and you're getting pretty serious about it. You want to start performing better, not only in the drills, but also in the sparring, and really make sure you're developing a functional skill. God forbid you ever needed to use this stuff in a real self-defense situation. You cannot neglect your footwork. You got to train your footwork, and you got to train this religiously and train it like your life depends on it, because it does. But if you train these 5 drills consistently, daily, your skills are going to go up, your sparring ability is going to go up, and you're going to start building more confidence in your colleague game. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. We're just isolating the footwork. Inside of our online school, we also teach how to navigate the footwork while striking your weapon. Or you can always come out to any of my training seminars, my training camps, any of the events, so that way you can really get that in-person training. But don't wait for an event. Don't wait for me or one of our coaches to get to your area. Join us inside the online school, and you can access not only our on-demand training stuff, but you can also access our monthly live stream classes. And if you really want it, you can also get our one-on-one video coaching, where we can really dive deep and tailor your colleague training to your specific goals. So check out our online school. Don't be afraid to give it a try. I got the link down in the description to colliecenter.com. If you like this kind of best 5 and you want to see more of these, hit the thumbs up button and make sure you're subscribed here to Collie Center. I'll see you back here next time. Go train.